The cultural flat feet of the FBI were on the warpath. It was becoming difficult for the American government openly to support abstract expressionist painters with a left-wing past. The FBI and the political right wing saw these painters and their work as subversive, even treasonous. The solution was to go covert, not a difficult reflex for the CIA.
Well, of course, one feature of doing it covertly is that the administration, the executive branch, could make the decision and do it. I mean, and it makes it a lot easier than the kind of debate that would occur with the Congress and every opinion element in the country on everything, including some of the very retrograde people who say, no, you can't support those kinds of people. They're terrible. They're softies. They're soft on communism and all the rest of it.
So what America got was the formation of an unofficial hidden arts council, a consortium which consisted of the cultural elite, the museum directors, the philanthropists, the urbane millionaires, the entrepreneurs, the critics, magazine editors, and CIA personnel. Exclusive clubs and bars were where members of the consortium did business. One of the network's leading lights was John McCloy, a former OSS agent and one of the architects of the CIA. He later had a key position on the Ford Foundation, a hugely rich charitable trust.
At the same time, McCloy is chairman of the Ford Foundation, and according to records found in the Ford Foundation's own archives, you can see that early in the 50s, the foundation was approached repeatedly by the CIA to help them provide cover for operations that they wanted to fund overseas.
But existing foundations like Ford had their limitations. They were bureaucratic, and officially at least entirely independent of the CIA. Over large dinners and ice-cold martinis, the agency's old-school ties met to discuss more flexible ways of funding. Why not create new foundations if the existing ones were a pain?
We would go to somebody in New York who was a well-known rich person, and we would say, we want to set up a foundation, and we would tell him what we were trying to do and pledge him to secrecy, and he would say, of course, I'll do it, and then you would publish a letterhead, and his name would be on it, and it would be the foundation. It was really a pretty simple device.
In this way, the CIA set up a huge network of phony foundations. One, for instance, was the Farfield.
The Farfield Foundation was a CIA foundation, and there were many such. And we used we used the names of foundations for many purposes, but the foundation didn't exist except on paper.